This episode of Gamebreaker is brought to you by Hulu Plus. To start your free, yes, free 2-week trial, just head on over to huluplus.com/Gamebreaker. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamebreaker episode 11 for April 10th, 2014. Or actually, it's episode 12. It's not episode 11. It's episode 12.
12? My God, that's crazy.
We've done 12 episodes already. Yes, this is the show where we count down the top stories on the Gamebreaker.tv website. Joining me, as always, Mr. Pat Crane from Convert to Raid. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm hanging tight. I'm just waiting for my realty stuff to come together. So I'll check in with me next week, and hopefully I'll be happy.
If you didn't tune into Legendary, Pat's like sitting on the edge of his seat waiting for a phone call for a house you're looking to buy. So
that's right. That's right.
It's a little late. It's gonna happen tomorrow, though.
It's not gonna happen tonight. It's not
gonna miss yours. Are you gonna try and build the same set with all the little animals, or are you just gonna go for a whole?
No, I think we're ready for an upgrade. I think we're ready for an upgrade on the set, so it'll be nice.
You want to buy a couple monitors? We can sell you a couple.
Maybe, you never know. I mean, that could be a thing.
Pat's waiting. All right, let's talk about the top stories on the Gamebreaker.tv website. All these stories come from the past week, and we talk about them. First up this week, number one story of the week. Elder Scrolls Online are charging you for your free month. The Elder Scrolls Online launched. The Elder Scrolls Online is obviously the MMO from ZeniMax, but built on the ESO IP, and people were kind of taken back a bit by the fact that when you signed up, and usually you sign up for an MMO, they do ask you for credit card information, but I think I'm right in saying, don't you not get charged immediately for most other MMOs, like for the full price? You usually have a 30-day free, 30 days, first month is included with your box price. You usually do have to put your credit card information in when you do your account stuff, but I don't recall being charged a full $15 on like day one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about all the different MMOs that I've played, and I
shouldn't say you were
remember.
Charged. It was a verification charge. So basically, what they were doing was they were charging your account basically as a hold to verify that you had money in your account, and then refunding it. It was a temporary hold. But man, people kind of went a little crazy of just being a little annoyed that their account was being charged. Some people were talking about that they didn't have the money in their account, and kind of screwed them up and got them lopsided. And I do think they could have had a little bit better of a communication on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like that is the case here. I mean, they did refund the money, but the problem is that it's $15, right? It's not just it's not like 30 cents or a buck or something like that. It's a $15. So for some people, might have thrown them off a little bit, and you said it was going to be free, and it's not free. Nothing's free in this world.
It caught everybody off guard. Like, it caught me off guard as well. Yeah. Like, I wasn't thinking that you were going to actually be charged $50. I'm watching chat room, and somebody says that they're saying that their card still isn't returned. Their money's still on hold from their bank. So some people are still sitting in hold. So I guess just to let everybody out there know, it looks like I've heard most people that I've talked to have had the charge reversed back into their account. But this does screw up a little bit, even also people with like time cards and such. If people are going to use time cards, the system pretty much eliminates their free month because they're basically going to have to put in a time code up front in order to play the game for the first month. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's kind of upsetting, actually. It should be a little bit more. They're going to have to do something about this. I think they're basically going to have to give everybody another month for free or something. I mean, they're going to have to do something to make up for this, because this is not what is envisioned when you sign up for a new game. You want it to be smooth and seamless, and obviously this is not the case.
I guess I don't even know what the real answer is of why they even need to do. I mean, if you buy the game, you get 300 days included. Why did they even need to make a verification charge? Like, I almost wonder, why do I even why shouldn't I just have to put my credit card in after the 30 days when you're going to go to the billing cycle and just lock me out and say, hey, you forgot, Mr. Gannon, to sign up for your subscription service. Sign up today, and then you can keep playing. It'll take you 2 seconds, but I don't even know why I really got to put it in right off the bat.
It's an easy switch. I mean, they have all the controls right there, right? So, I mean, they should be able to do that. You're right. That doesn't really make a ton of sense.
If you are thinking about picking up the Elder Scrolls Online, just note it that your card will be charged. I believe they're still doing this. That it will be charged $15, put on hold at least, and then reverted. So you should get it back. Some people are saying they still don't. I can't confirm any of that.
There's other people in the chat too.
But just make sure that you've got $15 in your account. I could say something to the effect of, if you are that tight on money, I don't know if you should be playing Elder Scrolls Online. If you're, but make sure that if you like maybe divert your money. People like, I mean, I have multiple accounts,
tough, it's
so
fun.
Like, it is fun.
But
make sure if you have multiple accounts or something and you need to shuffle some money around, just make sure it's there. So it made big waves. Like, a lot of people were concerned about it.
It doesn't feel right, that's for sure.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel right. I agree. Second story of the week, something I'm gonna have you go through and give me your opinions on. We had a 20 amazing Warlords of Draenor alpha models. Bunch of pics getting
sick.
Bunch of stuff getting data mined. Now, can you tell me anything about these images that we're able to look at here?
Well, these are all. So we're going back to Draenor for the next expansion, and all this stuff comes from BC, essentially from Burning Crusade, and all these creatures. Well, a lot of these creatures exist in some different form in the game today. Like we have the Talbuk, and we have the God, I can't remember what they're all called, but the Cleft Hoof is the like pack animal. Oh, that dude, that's sick. That's the Pale Orc. And he looks like
he's great.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be talking about his precious or something like that. So it's really cool. And there's some really great artwork going on. That's a new guy. I have no idea what he's going to be doing. That's super cool. And then we have a Cleft Hoof that's in the Grand area right now. It's just kind of a reworking, and it's telling the story of the wildlife before the big blow up of Draenor.
It's really amazing. We talked a little bit about this on Legendary, and I made mention of it. And I really, when I look at this stuff, it amazes me that this is the artwork that's going in a game that's how old?
That puppy is so cute. That puppy is so cute. I just want to pet him.
When was this engine built? Is this 10 years old? Is it 10?
Yeah.
10 years old. I think
the engine is actually older, but
I mean, these graphics, these images do not look 10 years old. It is amazing what these artists have learned to do under the constraints of their engine and how to shade and just it's amazing.
Right. I love that treant. Oh God, that thing looks so cool. And the Hydra before that, oh my God. Venus flytrap Hydra. It's like, Seymour, feed me. Come on. This is awesome stuff. You'll get to it in a second here, but they also have a hippo. The hippo looks fantastic.
There he is.
Right there.
I honestly never, I would not have thought, if you would have asked me 10 years ago when World of Warcraft came out, if this, I am amazed today that we have not seen World of Warcraft 2 or like the major engine upgrade. I am just completely floored of what they can do.
Yeah.
I guess that's when you got the best of the best. I mean, they got the best of the best.
Yeah, and they are working that engine to no end. I mean, we talked a little bit about that this week on Convert to Raid with Celestalon. When he was on, he was talking about the different files that they have for the game, and that they've pretty much maxed out the way that they can work the file system right now, and that's why they're moving into this new cask system. And it should provide them.
What does that mean? What is that actually going to do?
it's just a different file type, right? So and it should be easier on their end to be able to update stuff and to be able to push graphics to you guys or push all these different files to the different games, and it may help with lag a little bit, which is good. And just regular lag. We're talking milliseconds here.
Do we see
And
anything as the end player as a result of that, of actually better graphics and like actual better fidelity? Does that
you know,
help?
I asked that, and he said, well, maybe a little bit, but it's not really going to be too noticeable for you guys.
More of
But
an
the
efficiency sort of thing.
yeah, it's really an efficiency thing, and I think it'll help the game overall. So anything that we can do to prevent to take away any of the lag that might be coming in, or just those little file loadings and stuff like that, just kind of clean that stuff up as best as they can to make it a more enjoyable experience for everybody.
Do you think what do you think the next incarnation of World of Warcraft would be? Do you think we'll see a WoW 2?
God. It's tough. I mean, I think we're kind of already seeing what that might look like in these different games that they're producing, in Hearthstone, in Heroes of the Storm, and it's kind of interesting to see them stretch out into these different game types, but with this familiar cast of characters, right? So it's not like they're stretching too far out of the box. They're just doing these different game types, and it's pretty cool. And so I don't know what the next incarnation of World of Warcraft would be, if there would be one. But
I mean, you've seen it
like
so many
where they're
times
going.
with the major franchises, right? I mean, you've got EverQuest, and they did EverQuest 2,
Yeah.
and
Now
Guild Wars,
EverQuest
and they
Next
did
is
Guild
coming
Wars
up.
2, and now they've got EverQuest Next, and I mean, right now looking at these graphics, I don't know if there's really a need to, but there will be a point where it's absolutely they've got to catch up to sort of the times of they're going to look at the technology, and I'm sure they're looking at that already. As far as like, man, they got to be looking at some tech and going like, wow, like the things we could do today, just compared to what we're limited by, must be phenomenal.
But
and I wonder if they'll do that. We'll see a World of Warcraft 2 or just sequel somehow.
Sure. Well, World of Warcraft is so stylized. I
Mhm.
don't think that I think that they've carved out a niche for themselves that nobody else can really duplicate now. I mean, I think that everybody that's creating a new game is always looking to the next new engine and what it can bring. But World of Warcraft has been around for so long, and it's so stylized, and it's so it's kind of cartoony and not very realistic or anything like that. So
Sure.
they don't have to worry about.
And it got a lot, of
stuff.
flack for that when it launched. I remember a lot of people early on were like, "Wow, it's really cartoony and kind of like stylized." And then but then the other side of the fence, like artists, kind of looked at it and said, like, "But man, this can really span the test of time. Like this thing has long legs. Like you could look at this, 5, 6, 10 years from now, and it's still actually kind of look cool."
And I think that's kind of what makes a game like WildStar attractive too, is that it is super stylized and fun and silly, and therefore the engine that it's on right now is going to be you can stretch that out and make that last for a while longer, because you just don't have to worry about updating the graphics as much, or having it carry this really heavy load of I want realism, I want action, I want blah blah blah. So whatever it is.
And that's another thing. Like if you really think, if you stop for a second and sort of think about the MMO space in general, and of course, if you start going through the list of every MMO out there, let's stick to that genre for a second. You can nitpick and find like, oh, well, maybe this game does something that's kind of like with newer tech, and they've got like some cool little like bell and whistle. But overall, there's not really anything out there that's like eclipsed what World of Warcraft can do in any sort of like big way that really matters.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Like
Gary.
you would have thought 10 years somebody would have built something that kind of blows you away. Like forget content for a moment. Forget the whole like argument about like, well, WoW has so much content, that's why a lot of people stay and there's a lot of players. For sure, get that. But I'm even talking about just like from an engine sort of like, idea, philosophy perspective, like nothing has come along that's really made you go like, wow, that's insane and that's innovative and that's the way. And like now everybody else has to catch up to this. And like you don't see Blizzard like sweating bullets being like, oh my God, if we don't catch up to this, like we're screwed. Like, no, it hasn't happened.
They're fine.
It's like
Blizzard is fine. They will be
okay.
fine for a while longer, I think. So they don't have to worry about switching stuff up quite yet. And I think that the next incarnation, whatever it is down the road a ways still. So yeah, especially with all the graphics that are coming out right now with this, all the new character models, and all the other like just game changes that are coming with. I mean, the pages and pages of game changes that we've seen so far with the release of the alpha for Warlords. It's gonna be pretty sweet. It's gonna be a fun ride, I think, for Warlords and beyond. I think we're good.
Next story, sticking to the World of Warcraft theme here.
Yes.
Do they not think of everything? Do they not think of everything? World of Warcraft looks like they are going to be giving the player the ability to actually restore deleted characters. So if ever in your time you rage quit, you just I have to admit I am one of these people. So there was a time when I was with the guild and we're kind of that burnout phase with 60s. That was level cap. We're kind of that burnout phase, and we were like, I don't know, something happened. And me and my one really good buddy, and he's like, I got an idea. And I was like, what? He's like, let's switch factions and hunt our guild mates.
I like that. That's
so we deleted our characters to create a tune on the other faction. And yeah, we got to about level 3, and then we went, maybe this wasn't such a great idea.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Leveling was kind of a chore back then.
So yeah, that character that I'd long since forgotten is sitting somewhere on a server apparently, and Blizzard want to tease the carrot, put the carrot back in front of me, and allow me to possibly bring him back.
Yeah, I think that this is more for restoring. I mean, not for your character of long ago. I think this is for more recent stuff, right? So they have this for if you delete or sell an item that goes too far back, you can actually get item restoration, and now they're doing it with character restoration. So I think they're just trying to.
Do we have a confirmation on how far it goes back, though?
No. There's no real confirmation on any of this stuff. This is just data mined information, and it's basically based off of some different strings that they saw within the game, and undelete whatever it is, and so but I'm guessing that this is for customer service, essentially, to help those guys kind of with some of their day-to-day stuff, so that they're not bothered by character deletions. Now they're just like, well, okay, you want your character back and you deleted him like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, that's totally cool. Up to 30 days, that's fine. And then anything older than that, they'll have to like dig into the archives a little bit more. But
what do you think, though? Do you think if they offered, do you think a lot of players at this point have some old characters they've deleted long ago, like myself, who they could possibly entice back to playing if they knew that character was there? Do you think a lot of people would want to use that feature?
I can't see that as being a big driver for this. I can only think of it as like, I am so like somebody that just rage quits over their rogue not performing at top the top echelon of DPS or whatever they wanted to do with their damn rogue, and then they just go, I have had it with this rogue, I am deleting this rogue, and then like a couple weeks later they go, no, I kind of miss that rogue.
I mean, I'm looking at chat, and there's somebody in chat saying I rage quit my 90 mage, like, and just rage quit, get angry, hit delete, and then realize, 60, 90, 6 months later, you're like,
yeah,
that might not have been such a great idea.
I've had to delete max level characters because I wanted to, because either I didn't like them at the time or I didn't try a different spec or whatever it was, and so I've deleted, level 85 characters. I've deleted, I might be deleting a level 90 character, only because it's doubled, but, whatever. I have too many hunters, it's true. So I don't know. I mean, but I don't think that the big thing is going to be those guys that have deleted characters, months and years ago. I think it's going to be more for like a bad decision. One bad decision that is regrettable.
We will find out. That is data mine material. Our friends over at Wowhead kind of pulled some of this up as they were pulling in all the achievements and all that good stuff. It was a pretty interesting thing. And actually, yeah, this would be good. You know, in this article here, we talked about how they had a friend who had an account hacked and characters were deleted. So that,
yeah,
you know, they're usually pretty good at bringing that stuff back. But that's actually a really good way for customer service to bring that stuff back. So we shall see how this pulls through. But if they started bringing back everybody's character, that'd be crazy. They probably do. It's probably all sitting somewhere. They just got to pull it up. All right. Got to stop and say a couple words about our sponsor, a brand new sponsor right here on Gamebreaker.tv. That is Hulu Plus. You guys have not checked out Hulu Plus. Maybe you guys have tried Hulu. A lot of people have tried Hulu on your desktop. Hulu Plus is it's an extension of the Hulu. So getting not only on your desktop, but maybe you've got a smart TV or Roku or Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, both the Xbox and the PlayStation, stream Hulu Plus as well. And we have an exclusive offer just for Gamebreaker peeps with a free 2-week trial just by going to huluplus.com/Gamebreaker. That's the URL you're going to want to use to get the 2-week trial. Sign up, make an account, instantly start streaming to your desktop, your iPad, your iPhone. iPad and iPhone, I can't forget about those. That's great. I love having that ability.
Yep, it's awesome.
Tons of great shows. Nashville, Lost, Doctor Who, Deadbeat, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Family Guy. So just tons of great content. I love it. And it's
Deadbeat is new this week, I think, too.
Yes, that's their brand new exclusive show.
It landed a couple days ago. Yeah. So new comedy.
Great stuff. It's only $7.99 a month. After that, you get all these shows anytime you want, at your fingertips, anywhere. It's like a quarter a day.
Hey, by the way, did you hear? As long as you're on Stephen Colbert, did you hear the news about him? He's going to be taking over for Letterman.
Yes, heard about that.
That's cool.
Sounds like an awesome fit.
Yeah,
a lot of people are excited about that. So check it out. Go over today. Sign up, make an account. If you haven't checked out the Plus service, I've got a free week for an extra week, I should say, for you. Usually it's only a 1-week free trial, but we've got an exclusive offer just for Gamebreaker peeps. You're going to get an extra week, 2 weeks absolutely free just for signing up by using the URL huluplus.com/Gamebreaker. Sign up and check it all out. Yeah, Deadbeat's actually going to start, I believe, April 9th. It's yesterday, I believe that started.
Yeah.
It's a new comedy.
So you can go binge watch it right now. 10 episodes of comedy for you. So you just go binge watch it right now.
It's about a pot-smoking guy who talks to ghosts. So
makes sense, right?
Yeah, there you go. Check it out.
Yep.
All right, next up. God, these speedrunners. Player clears Diablo 3's Endgame in under 4 minutes on Torment difficulty. Wow, really? Wow.
That's a little nuts, Gary.
I mean, usually this speed run before this is a Korean player. He's got the record now for the Nephilim Rifts. This is the shortest amount of time. I believe it still holds the record. This is an area that usually, look at him. Look at this.
I know, that's crazy.
Usually takes about 10 minutes or so. That was about roughly what it would take to clear this as a speed runner. Depending on the difficulty level, of course. This player managed to do it in under 4 minutes, and that is on Torment mode. I don't even know what this. Maybe some.
I know. I can't click that much, Gary. I like D3. I really do, and I play it quite a bit. But damn, that's fast. That is fast. So
you're not a speedrunner at all, though, are you?
No. Hell no. D3 is all about story, Gary. Don't you know? It's all about story.
all about the story. There it is.
No.
It's about the loot. No, I love watch. I'll watch speedruns on Twitch, and I'll watch some YouTube videos sometimes because especially like older games that I played, back in the day, and you kind of go back and watch. You remember, man, I spent weeks on this game, and then you watch somebody speedrun it in like a matter of like hours or something crazy. I was watching some Dark Souls 2 speed running on Twitch about a week ago. insane. Like insane what these guys can do. Like it takes me for Dark Souls. Like, I mean,
Right.
I'm in a love-hate relationship with Dark Souls right now. I haven't played 2 yet because I'm waiting for it from PC.
I heard 2 is fantastic.
I'm waiting. It's coming soon. So I've gone back and I started playing Dark Souls. And oh my God, is it hard? And I just watched these crazy Twitch kids. These crazy Twitch kids. And they're just
crazy kids. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
They're amazing at it. Like, they're so good at it. Now there's like these areas that I'm like struggling for hours. And usually what they start by just running by everything. They just run by everything first and they just get to the end. But it's still pretty awesome. But 4 minutes, 4-minute speed run for Diablo. So I want to see who can beat this. I think this record might hold for a little while.
Probably. There's always going to be somebody though, right?
There's always somebody.
Trying for it. Yeah.
All right.
There is.
Next up in the show, this is the part of the show that everybody waits for. I don't have any music queued up today, but I should. But it was 16 mesmerizing Mortal Kombat cosplay pics. The cosplay is pretty popular on the Gamebreaker.tv. These are some great shots, though. I love when they do this whole effect thing and they kind of like put particle effects and they do photoshopping after the fact. I mean, that's. I'm not even showing. I'm caught up in the picture. I'm showing myself. There's the picture.
Right. And as far as the cosplay stuff, it's more of an homage to Mortal Kombat. It's not, obviously, but if you're a purist, you might not like it so much. But
I'm a fan of the
then
homage,
again,
I gotta say.
But then again, if you're a dude, you probably won't care anyway.
No. I don't know if I've ever seen that angle in the game before.
No.
Really great set though. Great costumes, great photography. There's our Jessica Negri. She's in everything. She cosplays everything. The action.
She really
shots.
does. She really does.
These were very neat. Sort of like at different environments, kind of like mimicking the side view camera angle of the game. Sorry, I'm getting mesmerized. Apparently they like this angle. That's the last one up here. She's about to get stabbed. And hopefully
no. Right.
Don't get stabbed, Jessica. We need more pics of you. Don't do it. Check it out. That is 16 mesmerizing Mortal Kombat pics. All right, last up this week. This one just came in today. So it was popular. Only posted today.
Oh, Gary.
Apparently
this is scary. This scares me.
This is scary.
This scares me.
I don't want to go here. Oh my God.
I don't like it.
Apparently the PlayStation Playroom is a sex stream playground. That was the next one up. So what is wrong with people?
Yeah.
What is up with people? So if you guys know, if you have a PlayStation 4, if you remember when Twitch streaming first hit the scene, there was some streams that kind of popped up
hello
on the Twitch there.
Yeah, and then Twitch had to make some changes to the amount of lag that's in the streams now, which is why we catch the chat room about 30 to 40 seconds after we actually say stuff. So that's always
you can
nice.
blame it. You can blame it on this pretty much. This is the reason.
Yeah.
So let me read this. It says, when the PlayStation 4 hit and people figured out that they could share their lives on Twitch, we had several sex streams pop up. Twitch immediately went to work getting rid of all the non-gaming related content coming from PlayStation users, and finally pulled all listings for the PlayStation Playroom, which was their PlayStation social streaming thing, from Twitch altogether. So they pulled that down completely. That's at the time. And then at that point, I think, we covered it back then, and I think, we all assumed that it was fixed. But they can't have any sex streams on the Twitch. And we went on with our lives, but it seems that the Playroom sex streams are they kind of live on. Apparently, I did not know this, but apparently these are still being posted. Recordings are being posted on YouTube. Apparently, there's a subreddit posting them all. We do not have a link. No, it will not be in the show notes.
No,
we don't know where that is.
No.
And
apparently the playground is the new chat roulette.
Apparently, and I wonder if Sony really had this in mind when they created the service. For some reason, I don't think that this is what they thought would happen with it. But how are they not? I don't know. What do they do about this? What do they do?
I don't think that there's anything that they can do other than disable it. Really, at this point.
You think that that's but they can't disable it because the service has these cute little robots that they hang out with you.
Right.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Yes.
He doesn't even know what's going on. He's just watching in wonder. Mommy, Daddy, what are you doing? What's happening?
Why are Mommy and Daddy fighting? No, they're not fighting.
They're not
fighting.
They're not fighting.
No, not at all. God, this is what it's come down to, Gary.
Family-friendly content on the PlayStation 4 right here.
Right.
I don't know what they do though. Like you said, what do? Do they just cancel the service? They don't want to do that. They just ban people. I mean, I'm just amazed people get the PlayStation 4 and you're just like, this is what we're doing with it. I mean, just you have a webcam. Just I don't know. Doesn't seem like the proper place for this to be going on. I don't know what they do. Did they just scrap it altogether? That sounds incredibly expensive.
I think that if they were really looking out for the internet, which obviously they're not because they still have it going, but if they were really looking out for what's best for their image, that this should actually get shut down at some point. And it just depends on what kind of impact it's having on their users, I guess. So. We'll see. Hopefully, it's a small
the entire chat room is trying to find the subreddit that I'm to. I have no idea.
Of course they are. They're all like going, "Oh my God, those pics were great. The cosplay pics were great, but now I want to find the subreddit.
Now I gotta find the subreddit.
The playground.
Dirty kids." Pat Crane, follow him on the Twitter, Pat Crane. Go over to convertraid.com. Make sure to watch the Convert to Raid show. Live is always a fun time. Right here on the twitch.tv/Gamebreaker channel, right here on Twitch. They do it live on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific. So if you're up at that time, make sure to hang out with Pat Crane, Mr. Coltrane.
Please do. It's a fun time.
It's a fun time, especially last week's episode. If you guys haven't watched last week's episode, you should definitely go watch last week's episode. Celestial and Zarheim. So go watch it. Go to convertraid.com. It's also on Gamebreaker, all that good stuff. You know where to find it.
Yeah.
All right, you can follow me at Gary Gannon. Follow Gamebreaker TV at Gamebreaker TV. Go to our Facebook.com/Gamebreaker TV page and all that good stuff. We do this show live on Thursdays right after Legendary, the World of Warcraft show. Come on over for that as well. It's always a good time. Thursdays like our packed show day right now. We got Republic, followed by Legendary, followed by Gamebreaker. So it's a fun time. We hang out, have a good time, have a laugh, have a joke, have a drink, and we'll see you next week for some more Gamebreaker. Have a great week, everybody.